Now, we all have that one friend who seems to win an assload of money on sports betting. You know the one I'm talking about. They got these crazy numbers and picks that if it all hits just right, they get bank. They never bet on normal shit either. They bet on like Cantonese soccer, how many times LeBron's nutsack's gonna hit the side of his leg when he's running on the court. Even still, they never share their picks with you. Now imagine instead of the NFL, it's global political coups. Instead of a random bettor, it's a US Special Forces soldier. So here's what happened. Nicolas Maduro was the president of Venezuela, a controversial authoritarian leader accused of election fraud, political crackdown, and running a collapsing economy. He's been the major target of U.S. foreign policy for years. And then, according to federal prosecutors, the U.S. started planning a classified military operation to capture him called Operation Absolute Resolve. Now enter Master Sergeant Gannon Ken Van Dyke. He wasn't just near the operation, he was allegedly involved in planning it and had access to classified intelligence about what was going to happen and when. And this is where things go completely off the rails. Instead of just doing the mission, like his fucking job, he decided to allegedly start betting on it. On Polymarket, a prediction market where people trade on thousands of real world events like election, wars, and politics, he placed around $30,000 in bets that Maduro would be captured or removed by a specific date. Now, I don't know about you, but betting on your own military operation feels like the worst side hustle in the world. I mean, I feel like they could have been tipped off. Nevertheless, Operation Absolute Resolve occurred on January 3rd, 2026. Now, it's cited by military officials as one of the briefest conflicts in history, lasting just about 2.5 hours, or about half the length of the last Avatar movie. The operation, starting just after 2 a.m., started with several coordinated strikes crippling nearby military airstrips and complexes while using electronic warfare to disable Russian missile systems. By 4:30, the operation was declared a success. They yanked Nicolas Maduro's ass out, dripped him in a Nike Tech, and hauled him all the way to New York City, where he currently faces federal charges of narcoterrorism and drug trafficking. But Maduro soon wouldn't be the only one in trouble. The $30,000 bet placed turned into nearly $400,000 in profit. Federal prosecutors then say that Van Dyke tried to cover his tracks, moving the money through crypto accounts, using VPNs, and deleting trading records. Now he's facing serious charges, including wire fraud, commodities fraud, and illegal use of government information. Now, here's the key issue. From the government's perspective, this is like clearly an obvious breach of trust. Soldiers can profit from classified intel. It doesn't just break the rules, it risks the entire mission. It could incentivize leaks, compromise timing, or even put lives in danger if information gets exposed or exploited early. But there's another argument people are making. Prediction markets like Polymarket right now sit in a weird gray zone. Some see them as smarter betting on real world probabilities, while others say it's unregulated gambling on global events, just with crypto and nicer branding. Whatever it is, the case is now pushing regulators and lawmakers to step in. Now, they've already talked about tightening rules, especially around insider information, government employees, and whether prediction markets should be treated more like financial markets or banned from sensitive political events in their entirety. Now, we're left with the big question. If you can bet on real world events in real time, what happens when the people actually shaping those events start placing bets too? Because at that point, it's not just gambling anymore, it's a national security issue with a leaderboard. What do you think? Should Polymarket be banned? Should Van Dyke go free? Let me know what you think in the comments. And always subscribe and like for more.